Greetings, YouTubers, and welcome to my 23rd TTM video. Today I'll be showing some purchases that I got, 3 and 5 TTMs that came in the mail today. So, let's get started. This first one came today in the mail. It was a purchase, and it's of a Hall of Famer, which I like to collect these postcards, as everyone knows. The Hall of Fame postcards for football and baseball. I don't think basketball has any. But this one I already have one out in the mail to him. He charges $5 in the mail, and this was about that price. Nah, a little bit more, I should say, sorry. This is of Mike Haynes, great cornerback. Michael James Haynes, he's 67, born in July 1953 in Denison, Texas. Grew up in Los Angeles, though, and attended John Marshall High School. Was great at football and track and field. Still, I believe, at John Marshall High School, he holds the long jump record. He attended Arizona State and played football. And in the 1976 NFL Draft, was selected in the first round with the 5th pick by the New England Patriots. He played with New England from 1976 to 82, and then finished up with the Raiders, playing with them from 1983 to 1989. He got a Super Bowl title playing for the Raiders while they were in Los Angeles at that time, Super Bowl 18, when they beat Washington down in Tampa, Florida. He was a 9-time Pro Bowler. Was also NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year back in 1976. Had 46 career interceptions, 688 return yards, and scored 2 touchdowns. He's a member of the New England Patriots Hall of Fame, the College Football Hall of Fame, and the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So, got all those bases covered. He and Lester Hayes form one of the best cornerback duos in the history of the game. So, I saw this, I wanted to get it. I got another card out to him. Again, he charges, I believe, $5, so hopefully that will come back. Second purchase, another Hall of Fame postcard, and this one is of Mr. Don Maynard. Now, he charges $20, so I paid a little less than that to get this. Donald Rogers Maynard, better known as Don, is 85, born in January 1935 in Crosbyton, Texas. He attended Rice University in Houston for a year before transferring to Texas Western College, which is now known as UTEP. In the 1957 NFL Draft, he was selected in the 9th round with the 109th pick by the New York Giants. He played for the Giants for 1 season in 1958 and then was cut during training camp the next year. Signed on with the Hamilton Tiger Cats up in the Canadian Football League, where he played for 1 year in 1959. In 1960, he was the first player to sign with the New York Titans in the American Football League. They eventually became the Jets. He played there from 1960 to 72, the bulk of his career. Played in St. Louis in 1973 with the Cardinals, and finished up in the World Football League with the Houston Texans / Shreveport Steamer in 1974. He won a Super Bowl with the Jets in Super Bowl III. He's also an AFL champ in 1968, because remember, the leagues were separate. He was a 4-time AFL All-Star, made the all-time AFL team. 633 receptions, 11,834 receiving yards, and 88 touchdowns. And he's a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, so very happy to add this to the old postcard collection here. And the third postcard I got is from another NFL great, one of the greatest centers of all time. That's Mr. Dwight Stephenson. Dwight Eugene Stephenson, 63. He's going to be 63. He was born in November of 1957. He'll be 63 this November. Born in Murfreesboro, North Carolina. He attended the University of Alabama, where Coach Paul Bear Bryant said he was the best center he ever coached. That's high praise. In the 1980 NFL Draft, he was selected in the 2nd round with the 48th pick by the Miami Dolphins, where he played his whole career from 1980 to 1987. 5 times he made the Pro Bowl. He made the NFL's 1980s All-Decade Team, and also the NFL's 100th Anniversary All-Time Team. He played in two national championship teams in Alabama, 1978 and 79. He also played in 2 Super Bowls with the Dolphins, Super Bowl 17 when they lost to Washington out in Pasadena, and Super Bowl 19 where they lost to San Francisco in Palo Alto, California. Played in 114 games, started 87 of them, and he's a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, as well as he should be. Dwight Stephenson, add him to the postcard collection. Now, for the TTMs I got, this one came from Orlando, Florida. It might be one of the last ones I think he's ever signs, because I saw people now getting on SCN letters saying he no longer signs because his Alzheimer's has gotten real bad. I sent 2 cards to this gentleman, 2 baseball cards, 1975 and 1976 tops, and that's Mr. Denny Doyle. So I was lucky to get him out of the glare there. Lucky to get these back, because I saw people now saying they're getting letters, little things from the family saying he no longer can sign because of Alzheimer's, which is very sad. Solid player, Mr. Denny Doyle was. Robert Dennis Doyle, went by Denny. He's 76, born in January 1944 in Glasgow, Kentucky. He went to Morehead State in Kentucky, same school as Phil Simms eventually went to. His brother Brian played for the New York Yankees on their 1978 World Championship team. His career lasted from 1970 to 77, where he played with the Phillies, the Angels, and the Red Sox. He hit .250 for his career with 16 homers and 237 RBIs. He batted left and threw right. 1975 was probably his best season, where he hit .310 after being traded from the Angels to the Red Sox in 89 games. He also had a 22-game hit streak that season. In his career, he broke up 3 no-hitters. Nolan Ryan's in 1970, Gary Nolan's in 1971 with the Reds, and in 1972, Steve Arlen, who was pitching for the Padres. He played in the 1975 World Series with the Red Sox, and was the only player on either team to hit safely in all 7 games. This took 10 days. There was no fee. It came back from Orlando, Florida. He signed the 75 one, Denny Doyle, and on the 76 one, he just signed Denny. So I saw that in SCN just to let everybody know what I saw, and I was grateful to get these. Thank you, Mr. Doyle, and very sad to hear about his Alzheimer's. So, terrible disease there. Affects a lot of people. Hopefully someday they'll get a cure for that. The next one came from Cleveland, Ohio. This took 8 days. There was no fee. I sent 2 baseball cards, a 1976 Topps, and this one I liked. Kind of different, but I enjoyed this. This is Andre Thornton, better known as Thunder, his nickname. 71 years old, born in August of 1949 at Tuskegee, Alabama. Grew up in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania, though. That's where he played his high school ball. In 1967, a week before his 18th birthday, he was signed as an amateur free agent by the Phillies. Never played with the Phillies. Was traded in the minor leagues. Made his major league debut in 1973 with the Chicago Cubs. Was a North Sider. Played until 1987. Played with the Cubs, the Montreal Expos, and the Indians. He hit .254 in his career, 253 homers, 895 RBIs. 2-time All-Star, 1982 and 1984, and was a Silver Slugger Award winner in 1984. He had missed the whole 1980 season because of a bad knee injury. In 1977, he was injured in a car accident with his son, Andre Jr., Andy, that took the life of his wife, Gertrude, and his 3-year-old daughter, Teresa Gertrude. Tragic car accident. He's a member of the Cleveland Indians Hall of Fame and the Reading Phillies Hall of Fame as well. Again, there's no fee. It took 8 days. Great signer. Loved those cards. He was a great player. Certainly learned a lot more about him when I read the book The Curse of Rocky Colavito. Great book if you ever want to read something about the Cleveland Indians. Learned a lot about that team. This next one came from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It took 9 days. There was no fee whatsoever. All I sent was 1 card to this gentleman. And I got the old thank you for caring right there. And that's Mr. Philip Coyne. A little rough there on the old Allen Ginter, his signature, but he's 102, so can't argue with that. 102 years old, was an usher in each of the stadiums that the Pirates played in since the 1900s. He was 18 when he joined the Pittsburgh Pirates and worked there for 81 seasons. Institution in Pittsburgh, no question about it. So, very good return on that, 102 years of age. I hope to make it that sometime myself. And this next one, another one that came from Ohio. A couple of Ohioans today. This one took 14 days. There was no fee. Get the old easel out there. And that's a picture of Mr. Clark Kellogg. I've had this picture since, the 1980s when the Pacers sent it to me. Clark Clifton Kellogg Jr., better known as Special K. He's 59, born in July 1961 in Cleveland, Ohio. He was Mr. Basketball USA in 1979. Played at Ohio State University. And in the 1982 NBA Draft, was selected in the first round with the 8th pick by the Indiana Pacers. He was a junior, left college early that year. He signed a deal with Converse sneakers. I don't know how many of you remember that, but I can remember Converse for sure. And they had Special K is what the sneakers were called. He made the NBA All-Rookie First Team in 1983. His career wasn't very long. He played from 82 to 86, all with the Pacers. He had bad knees, real serious knee injuries. Had to retire early. Became a broadcaster after his career, an analyst. Had 18.9 points a game as an average, 9.5 rebounds, and 2.9 assists. So Clark Kellogg, again, 14 days, no fee from Ohio. Signed the old Pacer picture there for me. And he also signed the letter, too. He said, it's God's blessings, and thanks for the nice note, Clark Kellogg. So I got 2 out of that. It's nice. I shall take that. And the final one came today as well, and that is a baseball. Came all the way from Massachusetts. Took 7 days. It was quick. And that was Mr. Richie Hebner. Try to get a little better for you there. His 1971 World Series champs on it, and that's what I asked Mr. Hebner to do. He, I don't think, requires a fee for his cards, but I sent $10 because it's a ball, and I know he gets a lot of requests, so I had the 10, and I figured, well, I'll send it to him. Richie Hebner, 72, born in November 1947 in Norwood, Massachusetts. Right out of Norwood High School, he was selected in the first round with the 15th pick in the 1966 MLB Draft by the Pittsburgh Pirates. Played his career from 1968 to 85, a long career. Played on 2 separate occasions with the Pirates, the Phillies, the Mets, the Tigers, and the Cubbies. Hit .276 for his career, 203 homers, and 890 RBIs total. Won the World Series in 1971 I asked him to inscribe it on the ball, which he kindly did. Played with the Phillies in 1977 and 78 when they won the National League East, only to lose to the Dodgers in the League Championship Series that year. And in 84 was on the Cubs when they lost to the Padres in the NLCS. Postseason experience there. Also had the nickname the Gravedigger because that was a job he had, digging graves. And there it is again. Again, it took 7 days. It was real quick. I contributed, donation, $10. So, again, well worth it because it's a ball. So I usually like to try to include something with the ball. Well, that's it for today. Thank you all for watching. If you like, hit the like button. Leave a comment. I always like to respond to comments from everybody. If you're new and you like it, please subscribe. We always like to have subscribers as we're closing in on the Tricentennial. Get that giveaway going eventually. And again, if anyone needs any addresses or if I can help you, please, let me know. I can try to shoot you an address if you'd like. If there's any fees or anything. So everybody stay safe, be kind to each other, and good night, Empire State of New York.